sometimes we'll start to have doubts and start to think whether the integrated project delivery should be driving the common data environment, or should the common data environment be driving the integrated project delivery. In order to answer this question, we need to look into the definition again of what is integrated project delivery. It is an approach that integrates people, system, business structures, and practices into a process that collaboratively harness the talents and insight of all participants to optimize the project results, increase value to the owner, reduce waste, and maximize efficiency through all phases of design, fabrication, and construction. Integrated project delivery describes the overall collaborative project delivery approach. Digital transformation elements, for example CDE, is important, but it is only one component. A CDE platform is there to support integrated project delivery, not the other way around. As can be seen from the figure, it is only one part of the essential element to successfully integrate the project delivery. There are altogether 4 elements as shown below, which we have discussed in quite a fair bit of detail in the previous presentations. All of these support the necessary common ways of working. However, people should be at the heart of all decision making. People can generally make technology work for them, despite any technological shortcomings. However, if the people are not supportive, then even the most sophisticated technological solution will be doomed to fail right from the start. Another question that we could be asking ourselves is that, does the adoption of the ISO 19650 influence the choice of the CDE platform? Well, ISO 19650 is an international standard series for best practice in building information modeling. It comprises of a series of documents defining collaborative processes for the effective management of information throughout the construction life cycle. The aim of developing the standard is to help remove barriers to collaborative working across the border. By doing so, it should increase a level playing field for all the companies to work globally for them and for their client to realize the benefits of BIM. As such, it should not, meaning that the adoption of the ISO standard, it should not affect the choice of the CDE platform. Let's look at the roles, not the roles, there's a typo error E here, roles and responsibilities, of the various stakeholders when using a collaborative CDE. There are in fact 5 fundamental types of roles, and with them they have their corresponding responsibilities. The first one is what we call the system administrator. This role is usually developed by the corporate or high-level information manager, and the person is responsible for enabling the CDE and making it available to the project, organizing the information containers, determining the information exchange criteria, and other issues prior to the start of the project. The next role is the administrator. He or she is responsible for the information management of the project and is known as the information manager role of capital importance. He or she is in charge of enforcing the information exchange criteria established for the project and assigning users to the rest of the roles. He must report directly to the system administrator. The next role is the editor. Anyone interested in the project is responsible for generating information, uploading and downloading files. The editor can be the architect or project engineer, construction supervisor, quality controller, so on and so forth. Another role is the reviewer. This is a stakeholder in the project responsible for validating the information managed in the system, such as a quantity controller, accountant, or even project supervisor. They do not generate information, but they intervene in some decision node of the workflow. Lastly, you can have the viewer. If a person interested in the project does not have to carry out any work described in the above 4 points, their work will be limited to being informed of the development of the job, such as the client's representative, and thus this role will be pursued in the form of the viewer. There are a lot of benefits of using a CDE for a project, and we will go through them in a bit more detail. Firstly, CDEs provides the tools to compete in the digital world in which the asset data is worth knowing, not only for an increased operational efficiency, but also for insights to what it can provide when it is analyzed. CDE benefits projects and organizations during the design and construction phase of the asset, as well as during the operational phase. CDE enables the project team to structure and collect data during the asset journey right from the beginning stage, allowing for corresponding linking and connections with related information as they are defined, ensuring in the end an accurate and complete digital twin, ready to be handed over for operation, bridging the gap between the digital and physical world. CDE provides a single source of truth of the project and built asset information, where all project interactions, communications, and information exchanges are stored. Smooth handover from design and construction to asset operational phase is possible through proper usage of a CDE. Improved decision-making processes through real-time access to accurate information and reporting will also be possible. Secure and control access to the information with the right roles per project stage from anywhere and at any moment in time. CDE can also help to reduce time associated to information production, update, sharing, delivery through efficient and collaborative work processes. CDE can improve the quality of the project planning and design, allowing for a reduced overall cost of the project and built asset. CDE reduced risk for projects or companies through evidence of compliance against specific standards, regulations, and contractual obligations. CDE improved the team's collaboration through discipline and data source connections. CDE tracks information deliverables and owners to assess the project progress. It can also reduce the risk of mistakes and reworks using the always most updated information and project standards. It allows for full audit trail of what has happened in the project, who did what and when. It reduces the risk in future claims related to any project information aspect. It allows easy access to all asset information once the operational stage starts, independent of the team in charge. CED enables the information knowledge to be built up for the whole company. It minimizes rework by reusing the information to support other projects or through the asset lifecycle. CDE is a best practice and knowledge sharing at project and organization level. It uses simplified tools by different teams to collaborate on a project. Although there are a lot of benefits to using CDE for a project, there could be some concern about using CDE for public projects, and we will discuss some of these concerns, starting with security. One of the most important concerns about cloud-based system, which most of the time CDE is part of, is the security of the information stored and what needs to be considered to make sure that there is no security breach. In terms of data transmission security, when the information travels between the users and the CDE servers, it needs to be ensured the right internet protocol are used. This means using HTTPS connections, which ensures the data travels encrypted and its integrity is maintained. We also need to look into the database security. Once the data travels safely and is finally stored, encryption mechanisms are also to be applied. Access to the CDE data should be enforced using strong password and, in many cases, multi-factor authentication. For public bodies in particular, whose locations are sometimes strategic buildings, IP-restricted access completes the security measure. This means that access to the information is provided only from previously approved locations. The data center used by CDE vendor should be certified by recognized standards and provide full proof of all the measures taken. Disaster recovery, data backups, data destruction needs to be assessed and checked. Information security management system policy should be in place and corresponding certificates needs to be provided by the vendor. A public body should not contemplate using CDE solution without a valid ISO 27001 or similar certificate. Sometimes they are also concerned about system availability. The access to the information stored in the CDE should be made available 24/7. The CDE should allow for open standards, connectivity, open formats, and interoperability. The CDE solution chosen should be based on open standards to enable relatively easy mechanisms to connect or integrate with other corporate systems of the existing IT ecosystem. Most of the time accomplished through application programming interfaces, or what we call API. On some occasions, the CDE requires sets of features that is not delivered by the same vendor, in which case integration between different systems employed has to be considered. In addition, the public bodies should foster a wider collaboration not only between the CDE vendor and other systems, but also between various CDE vendors, ensuring a smooth data transition from one vendor's system to another. A public body can play an important role in the prescription and recommendation for collaboration, allowing all parties to work internally with the software tools that best meet their needs, with no dependence on specific programs. The implementation plan of the CDE could also be a concern. Set the rollout plan of the CDE selected. Make sure that the right person sits in the project team to ensure that there is enough organizational support. The implementation is not only about IT tasks. Change management will be an important part of the project, and it has to be handled with care to ensure smooth adoption. For this reason, it is important that the CDE vendor is more of a partner than just a simple solution provider. Its commitment across the whole process plays a critical role. The other concern could be the impact on the construction industry. A public body is looked upon as a role model, a trendsetter. It has influence in the industry. It can promote the use of standards, new ways of working, and establish the best practices, which can then be widely spread across other organizations and sectors. For BIM-wide adoption, in particular, public bodies can have an active role and engage all participants in the construction project supply chain through the use of CDEs.